You know, there are crucial moments in America that have changed the course of history. And the 1963 church bombing in Birmingham, Alabama, is one of them. 4 little girls were killed, but a 5th little girl who managed to survive the blast after watching her sister be killed in the bombing is not only shedding light on the ordeal, but she is now being honored by Oakland University for her courage. Look at this heartbreaking image of Sarah Collins Rudolph after the 1963 bombing of a church in Birmingham, Alabama. I always remember hearing about the 4 little girls who were killed, but you're the 5th little girl. Were you written about a lot in history?
Oh, not as much as the 4 little girls.
Post-traumatic stress disorder would silence her for 23 years. What happened?
My sister, Janie, and I, we went into the basement of the 16th Street Church.
A bomb secretly stashed outside the basement church window. Her sister Addie, within inches of the other 3 little girls, helping one tie her sash.
That's when the bomb went off. Boom, she didn't even finish tearing it. I started calling my sister Addie, and she didn't answer.
Blinded by the bombing, a church deacon carried Sarah, the only survivor, to an ambulance. 2 months in the hospital. When you realized you couldn't see at all out of one eye, what were you thinking?
I was angry because of the fact that they had placed a bomb in the church and killed those girls.
It pushed forward the Civil Rights Act and changed voting laws, but Sarah was left paralyzed with fear and unable to fulfill her dream of becoming a nurse. Why did you want to be a nurse?
I would see my mother coming home. She was a practical nurse.
Sarah's story featured in a documentary, and Sarah co-wrote a children's book about her life. But her cries for restitution for her injuries from the state of Alabama, unanswered.
People always say that I should have already got restitution because they know what went on in Birmingham.
I want to thank you so much for honoring us.
But then, a call from Oakland University. She and her husband, George, were invited here to Michigan. The nursing program awarding Sarah an honorary nursing degree.
I'm just so honored to have her here. I mean, she is a part of our history.
Because of her pain, the sky is the limit for many in this graduating class.
That whole period of history opened up doors for minorities who had no opportunities.
Oakland University is proud to bestow upon you a Doctor of Science honoris causa in nursing.
Sarah's mom passed away in 1990, but her legacy lives on. What do you think she would say if she were living and could see you walk across that stage and get an honorary degree as a nurse?
She would be so proud. I know she would.
And to those who gave her this honor,
and I just really believe in my heart that they was led by God to do this for me.
And while it took years to bring the men to justice who killed her sister and 3 other little girls, she has since forgiven them and has a message for those who harbor hate.
Hating is of the devil, but love is of God, so that's what we need to do now.
There is a book about the 5th little girl, and in 2020, Collins, who has a prosthetic eye, lobbied for and received a formal apology from Governor Kay Ivey on behalf of the state of Alabama for not doing more to prevent that very bombing. Her petition for restitution was not answered. Dave?